Namaste, welcome. I hope this video finds you well. A few days ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was there with her 4-year-old daughter. And we were talking about a contemplation that we did a few days ago. And all of a sudden, that little girl gave her mother a nudge with her elbow. And she asked, "What does spiritual awakening feel like?" And I thought it was such a delightful question coming from a 4-year-old, because I knew that it would be so easy to talk to them about this. Because children do not carry all this mental baggage that we accumulate over the years. And it is so much easier for them to remember. And this inspired me to make this video, because I think it is such a great opportunity for all of us to remember and to deepen our experience more and more of this beautiful truth. What is spiritual awakening? Spiritual awakening means to wake up to the truth of what we really are. So right away we can see it is nothing different from what we already are. Rather, it's like waking up from a long dream of illusion and misidentification that has brought us so much suffering. And to see that all of this is not real. Sometimes people imagine spiritual awakening to be this big event, explosive, with fireworks and everything. But let's remember again, it is a simple recognition of what we are already. And this can be one big explosive moment. Perhaps sometimes you have seen people in Satsang, spiritual gathering, have extreme reactions in their body, like they begin to shake or have intense laughter or crying, or even both at the same time. Because they realize that all they have believed to be true about themselves is an illusion. And that in truth, they are indestructible, eternal beingness. And when you see this for the first time, it can be very intense and cause an extreme reaction in the body. In this body, for me, I always felt that I was eternal consciousness, not a person, not a body. And in fact, it was the only thing that I could say for sure. Everything else that I learned at school, university, felt very foreign and hard. And I always thought that life was like a theater play, where we all pretend to be these human beings that are separate, that have arguments, that feel love and anger, but that deep down we all know that it is not true. But as I grew up and walked through life, I realized that a lot of people actually do think that it is true. And this was very painful. And one day I came across these books on Advaita Vedanta. And this for me was this big moment of recognition or relief. I saw that in fact it is all true. And from then on, it is a continuous deepening of this understanding. I think awakening can look different for everyone. Sometimes we make this mistake to say, well, this is what spiritual awakening looks like, or speaks like, or behaves like. But why do we have all these different bodies? Because consciousness wants to express in all these different ways. There are, of course, some common denominators of what an awakened being would experience. We could probably say an extreme sense of peace and joy that comes with that realization that we are all one, that there is no separation, but only one consciousness. It has no beginning, no end. There is no time. And everything appears inside of it. But at the same time, it remains unaffected. Essentially, we all have the intention to awaken. And all of life is a journey towards that, an expression of that. In its most basic form as our desire for happiness. Because deep down we remember our natural state that knows no suffering and is supremely content. The degree to which we awaken in one life depends on our desire for awakening. For a while, we still enjoy the dichotomy of life, the imperfections, the suffering even, the excitement of struggle, and the sense of an autonomy that is personal. As long as we identify as a person, there will always be a slight feeling of discomfort. Something about us that is not good enough, that doesn't feel real or true. So we continuously seek to realize ourselves more and more through experiences, achievements, relationships. But as long as we seek this realization on a personal level, this journey will never end. Because what we came here for is much greater than this. The self that lacks nothing, that is absolutely complete. How can we describe awakening? I think ultimately it is impossible in words. It's like trying to describe snow to a person who has never seen it. We have to experience it for ourselves. And when we do this, it is the most intimate recognition. Not something spectacularly unimaginable, but what we already are. And we see that we imagined all these limitations to ourselves. The mortality, the mind, the emotions that are so unreliable and often like invisible chains or prisons. And that in truth, we are absolutely free. So perhaps it really isn't that big celebration or even necessarily great joy, but more like a quiet cessation of anything that presses you down, confines you, an opening up of space, and the realization that all is well and cannot be other, and that there is no end. Peace, love, joy. We can use all these words, but ultimately they fall short from the perspective of the person. In the realm of the person, all these things come and go because they are bound to a reason. But in consciousness, this peace, love, and joy is causeless. It has no beginning or end. It is all there is. And then beyond that, may we soon all grow tired of anything less than what we are and remain as this peace, love, and joy together as one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and if you like, subscribe to my channel so we can share these beautiful moments together again and stay connected. All my love to you.